Well, what's up, guys? I'm sitting on my very nice Nature's Head composting toilet trying to figure out this bathroom configuration. Now, I've racked my head and it's taken me a little bit longer than typical to figure this out. So the plan, at least, is to put a few walls around this toilet. So I got this little piece of plywood just coming out 21 inches and it comes past my toilet a little bit, but I'm gonna have it so it's to the back of this water tank, so it'll come out to here so it's even with this shower wall. And on the other side of the toilet I'll also have a 21-inch wall that goes all the way up, and on the front I will have a door that opens up, and when it's opened it kind of creates an entire bathroom. So you got your own private space in the back when that door opens up. It just creates a wall here, basically. And on the back side of the other wall, I'll leave enough space to actually be able to store a surfboard in here. And what I did down here, I just put in a little electric outlet. It was a perfect little space to put an outlet. So they might need to move, it might work, who knows, but for now it's right there. I thought that was pretty cool. And then when I put my wall up here, I'll be able to finish up covering all these holes. And I think the first step is to make my two walls. Well, to finish insulating this behind here, and then putting another piece of plywood right here to attach this wall to. And my phone is on 1%, so right before it dies, and before it died. So instead of waiting for my phone to charge, I just went ahead and kept working. So I had a 3/4 inch piece of 4x8 maple veneered plywood. I only have one sheet of the walnut left, and I want to save that with hopefully some of the scraps that I had from building all my other cabinets. I'll have enough to finish my kitchen area, cabinets down below, all that stuff. So I'm going to save that. So I went ahead and did the maple for the bathroom because it is such a small area. I think it's a good idea just to have some light colors in there just to make it feel a little bit bigger, because when you're in a dark room it makes it feel smaller. So I scribed it to that wall, scribed it at the top, and I think the face of this I'm gonna put some type of waterproofer or something, maybe some more vinyl right here, just because the surfboard will go right there, and I don't want to worry about it leaking on this maple veneer plywood and then that looking nasty after a little while. So I'm going to cover this face with something, but the inside will be raw maple. But that's as far as I got so far. So the way I'm going to attach these, well, this one in particular, is I'm going to do some pocket holes where I marked them some places where it's going into this 1/4 inch plywood, and that will hold it tight to that wall. But then the face, I'm going to build a face frame that goes across the top and each side, and that will hold it equidistant from each other. And then I will pocket hole from this side so there's no screws or any attachment points from the back side. And then when I put that piece of vinyl or whatever I decide to put here as waterproofer, it'll hide all those screw points. I cut a little strip of 5-inch plywood and I screwed that into the wall, and I had to space it out a little bit, and the reason I did that was because my ceiling had a gap about like that, so I just brought it out, and then I extended these pieces of plywood all the way through to my other plywood and then screwed it in like that, making this piece flush with that piece. And I decided to just tile up the whole back side of the bathroom just to add more weight to this side, because I got all this weight of tile on this side. So on this side I'm hoping with 3/4 inch plywood and tile and a toilet that this will help with the weight distribution. And of course I got to still put on my face frame and my front panel doors, which is all 3/4 inch plywood. And I'm guessing that weight will somewhat equal this weight, because the construction of this is all 1/4 inch plywood and steel studs. So there's not I mean, besides all the tile, that's pretty much all the weight that's on this side. Well, it got a little chilly outside, but I was just grabbed my surfboard and a wetsuit and stuck it in there just to see the space, if that'll all work out, and it does. My measurements were correct. So let me show you what I got going on in the bathroom. Well, first thing you'll notice is my ceiling. I had it white going all the way back, and I didn't really cut it that good, so it was a little janky, but I did end up having a leak in the very back, and I can't figure out where the leak was coming from. So I think I'm gonna have to wait a little bit for some rain to come and check out where that leak was coming from. But it warped my ceiling, and there was a big wet stain on it. But in my bathroom, I just put in a piece of 1/4 inch plywood on the ceiling. I might paint it white, might leave it like that. It doesn't look too bad. But also what I did was I installed my Nature's Head composting toilet. And all I did to install this, it comes with 2 placement points. On this side, I actually did it the opposite way just because it was easier. But I just screwed in to my tile, and underneath I have plywood, so it's screwed into the plywood, and then these little just screw onto the toilet, and then that'll hold it in place. And this toilet actually came with a little fan that hooks up to a 12-volt. And what I did was wired lights for this bathroom. If you can tell where they are, it surrounds my tile, so it gives a cool little halo look to the tile when the light's on. But I wired it to a switch, so when I turn the single switch, my toilet fan and my lights will come on simultaneously. And I ran all the wires through the back of the plywood, along the edge, and then I drilled out, not very good, but I carved out a little slot for the wires to fit through. So when I put on my piece of vinyl, I've decided that's what I'm putting on here, vinyl, my wires will it's not going to mess up with that flushness. I cut some strips of walnut, and I put a little chamfer edge on it, and then went ahead and shot with a clear coat and rabbited out the back so I could put it on the face of my maple veneer plywood. So I'll have a walnut face. I gotta finish this back, but I'll just put them on there. It'll go into that little rabbit slot, and then I'll screw it in from this side and pass that wire through the front. I think this light looks awesome in here. There's a couple places up the top that I'm going to have to fill with some trim, just because there's a little bit of gap, which won't be an issue. But so far, that is my main bathroom all done. I'm going to have to grout this, which you saw me grout my shower, so you don't need to see me grout this too. And on the front side, I will be putting up some vinyl, and I think it's going to look pretty good. I got a cool little idea for that. And next is going to be building these walls. The little cabinet door that swings open and makes a wall right here so you have privacy in the bathroom. But right now, I think that's going to be it for this video. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on YouTube because it has been a long time since my last one. But it is coming along slowly but surely. And we don't have much left to do. So it's exciting. But thank you guys. I'll see you later.